What's up, guys? Pito Cole here. Welcome back to my channel. In my hand, I have the driver that I will be playing in the 2021 season. I haven't quite decided when I'm going to make the official announcement. Some people already know, some people have guessed it, but I'm keeping it a secret for now. If you think you know what it is, go ahead and put it in the comments below and let me know if you think you know what it is. Sorry, I lost my train of thought for a second. This is a great driver. I've done a lot of testing with it in the last 2 days, so I really like the way it feels. I'm seeing roughly the same distance that I'm seeing with my TaylorMade, so might as well go ahead and switch it out. I could keep the same TaylorMade driver. I could switch to a newer driver, so I generally switch drivers every year. So I think I'm going to keep that tradition alive and switch drivers this year, but instead of sticking with the TaylorMade driver like I have in the past, I think I'm going to switch to this brand. If you guess it right, I'll send you a message and I'll let you know if you were correct or not. If you guess it wrong, well, you guess it wrong. Here's a little sneak peek of the driver. Okay, so really cool looking driver. Again, I like the way it feels. I've done some testing with the Even Flow Riptide shaft by Project X and a 6.5, which is an extra stiff. I really like the way that shaft felt. I've never been a huge Project X fan. I have the Project X Hazardous in my driving iron that I really like, but that's really so far the only one that I've liked. I played the Hazardous Yellow in my Epic Flash driver that I played for probably like the second half of last year, and it was a very short-lived kind of experiment, I guess. It wasn't really an experiment because it was my gamer. I had done some testing and really liked it, and then by the time I started playing it, it was just not the same. So, and then the TaylorMade came out, the Sim, and they put these Ventus shafts kind of stock in their driver and fairway woods, and I fell in love with the Ventus line. I've tried basically all three, the Ventus Red, Blue, and Black. The blue was kind of my go-to for my driver, and I really liked the way it launched. And for the TaylorMade drivers, it was perfect. Now, I did try it a little bit today with this blue shaft in this driver that I'm trying out that I'm going to be switching to next year. However, it launched a little higher than I really wanted. Like, I like a higher ball flight, but it launched a little too high for me. It was almost too spinny. So I think it's because this driver is a little bit lighter than my TaylorMade, and so I'm getting a little bit more speed, and so I actually have to play an X now. So my swing speed is kind of borderline between X and S. I'm about a 115, 116 swing speed when I'm really swinging hard. So I could kind of go either way. So with the weight of that TaylorMade Sim, I could get away with playing an S. However, with this driver, it's a little bit lighter. The two stiff flex shafts that I've played or tested with this driver head have just launched the ball really high and gotten really spinny, kind of ballooned on me a little bit. So I'm definitely probably going to go with an X. It's just a matter of what shaft. I will most likely be staying with the Ventus shaft. I'm really leaning towards the black just because it is a slightly lower launching shaft, and with how light this club head is, I know I can generate a little bit more speed, so I'm not going to worry about that launch angle too much with the black shaft, whereas the blue, even if I were to go to an X, it would probably still launch a little too high, and I might lose a little bit of distance. Project X makes a good shaft. I'm not going to try and diss on the Project X shafts because they do make a really good shaft. I love my 2-iron. I love the Project X smoke that I have in it, the hazardous smoke in it that I have in it. And it's just not exactly for me. If you have the swing type for a Project X shaft, go for it. I mean, they make a great shaft. For me, I'm just not a huge fan of them. It doesn't really suit my swing too well, I don't think, other than in my 2-iron. And even in my 2-iron, I'm still a little inconsistent when I'm hitting it, and that's probably because I could probably go to an X in that. I don't know for sure. I do play a 6.0, which is a stiff. My 3-wood, I play an X, and my 5-wood, I play an S that was tip trimmed to an X. So basically the only clubs that I play in a stiff are my driver and my 2-iron. And now with this driver that I'm switching to, with the testing that I did today and the testing I did yesterday, I'm noticing that the S just is really spinny. It's really whippy and really spinny. So probably going to go to an X. Probably going to be a Ventus. Most likely going to be Ventus Black. So if you know what it is, just keep it a secret. If you think you know what it is, leave a comment below and let me know what you think it is. I will message you and let you know if it's the correct model or brand. If you are wrong, I'll let you know. But if you know for sure that you know what it is, please don't spoil it for anybody else. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you think it is. I'm really looking forward to the 2021 season. It's going to be a fun year. My first full year as a dad. My first full year. I'm going to try and play in a lot of tournaments. Again, full-time job, YouTube, dad. So I got 2 full-time jobs, really, if you think about it. So I'm enjoying this YouTube thing. I'm getting some really good feedback and really good support on this YouTube channel. So I'm really appreciative of that. So keep it coming. I will, again, let you know soon. And also be on the lookout for a video either today or possibly, or not, sorry, today, not today, sorry. Tomorrow or possibly Wednesday of this week. So today's the 28th, so the 29th or the 30th of December, be on the lookout for a video where I actually put this driver into play on the golf course. I'm going to try and do my best to not spoil what it is. When I'm editing, if I figure out, we'll see. We'll just see. I'm going to try and keep it a secret as long as I can, but I also want y'all to see how I hit this driver. I currently have the Ventus 6X in it. However, I will do a video, again, like I said, this week, hopefully in the next day or two, with this driver and the 3-wood. But the video will most likely be based around the driver. The 3-wood, I can switch 3-woods if I want to. I did try to switch to the Sim 3-wood earlier this year. Was not a fan of it. My dad plays the Sim Max. I actually really like his 3-wood. But I like to keep consistency throughout my bag with my woods. So whatever driver I switch to, I will most likely be playing the same brand fairway wood. Even my trusty 5-wood I'll probably switch, even though I love that thing. So we'll see. Thanks for watching, guys. Like I said, leave a comment if you think you know what it is, or if you just want to throw out a random guess. Let me know what you think it is. I'll try and, I don't know if you can message on YouTube. I'll try. If not, then oh well. We'll see. Thanks for watching. We'll be back soon.